The ingredients are milk, cream, sodium sterol, lactolate, sodium phosphate, sodium citrate, and magnesium oxide.
Damn, that's a lot of preservatives.
Yeah, especially for a company that claims to send you natural food. Hi everybody, I'm Adrienne Floreen, and this is Cooking with Adrienne Floreen. Today, I'm going to cook this chicken Diane dinner from Home Chef. If you watched my last video of cooking food from Home Chef, you'll know that the meat they sent me had busted open and leaked inside the bag, and everything was covered in chicken blood. Home Chef sent me 2 meals for free to make up for that, and this is one of them. So I'm going to cook this meal, but I'm not going to use 2 of the ingredients. I'm not going to use the cooking wine or the Dijon mustard with wine in it, because I don't know what kind of wine it is and whether or not it has sulfites. And if I was going to cook with wine, I would only cook with like high quality wine that was good enough to drink. I am very cautious about food with wine in it, and I do not use cooking wine, which is a low quality wine that you should never drink, nor do I use food with wine in the ingredients. And if I was going to eat food cooked with wine, it would be like from a 5-star restaurant that was cooking with fine wine. So I'm not going to be making this sauce with the mustard and cooking wine. That doesn't even sound good anyway. I'll make a different sauce with better ingredients. So this is a 3-part meal: chicken, mashed potatoes, and green beans. It says you're only going to need 2 pots. I have 3 pots here, as you can see, because I plan to cook all 3 sections of the meal separately. The other thing they tell you to do that I'm not going to do is they tell you to cook the mushrooms for only about 6 minutes. They tell you to fry them for 2 minutes, add the shallot and cook for 2 more minutes, add the sherry and boil them for 2 more minutes. If you do this, if you cook the mushrooms for only like 6 minutes, the mushrooms are going to be chewy and gummy and basically almost raw. They're not going to be very good. These mushrooms need to be slowly simmered for like 20 minutes or so they're like soft and tender and the edges of them are brown and stuff. I told you in my last video that their chicken recipes were never very good. It's because they usually send you boneless, skinless chicken breast that's bland, but also because they have really bland recipes in general. Don't climb up there. What are you doing? Please don't climb up there. I just cleaned the stove to cook. Alright, I am going to start to cook the chicken, fry the mushrooms, and boil the mashed potatoes. Then I'm going to make the green beans. I'm not going to do it in the order that they tell you to do it in the recipe. The potatoes are about to be boiling. And over here are the ingredients that they sent me. These are the 2 things I'm not going to be using. Oh my gosh! You're not going to believe what's happening. There is a cat on my back. Blue Dream, the one who was trying to climb onto the stove, just leaped onto my back. Okay, you have to go down off of my back. Oh, I'm upside down and she's not getting off of my back. Anyway, please get off of the counter. I was about to show you the ingredients I'm not going to be using. This sherry wine, who knows what's in that, and this mustard with wine in it, and distilled vinegar, which may have gluten in it. Also, this is supposed to be a gluten-free meal, but that vinegar may have been distilled from grains that have gluten. I will be using these mushrooms, but I'm going to have to wash them very well. Not because my cat is getting hair into them, or not just because my cat is getting hair into them. Will you really, like, not try to climb up here right now, please? But because they are covered in dirt. That's not pieces of the inside of the mushroom. That is like dirt. It's, ah, she's climbing on me again. That's not pieces of the mushroom. That's dirt. They're really, really, really dirty. This cat just like won't leave this stuff alone. They were doing the same thing when the box arrived. I think the entire thing smells like chicken, even though the chicken was vacuum sealed. Because she literally, like, will not leave it alone. And this cat does not normally do this when I'm cooking. She actually usually doesn't come out when I'm cooking. Unlike some of the other cats, like Marley, who's always like stalking the food. I'm gonna feed my cats some canned cat food really quickly to help prevent them from trying to get into the food. I get these at Walmart for $1. I'm gonna open these for my cats and also pour them some dry cat food so they will leave the human food alone. Check out my really cool antique knife that I'm gonna be using to cut up these vegetables. You have to be very careful not to cut yourself with this knife, because if you do, you will need a tetanus shot, because it's like over 100 years old. See that? We had it like all nice and polished so it wasn't rusty at all, but somebody left it in the sink. Now it's time for me to open cat food so I can get back to cooking my human food. I've got something special for Snowball. Cat food for overweight cats. She likes it. Do you like it, Snowball? She likes any food. But hopefully this food will help her lose weight. Her brother wants some. But he doesn't need to lose weight. I washed the mushrooms, which was very annoying because I had to do it in cold water and they were very muddy. And as you can see, there is still mud stuck to the stems of the mushrooms. Kitty cats, why are you doing this? I gave you cat food and you're still trying to get into this food. Now it's another cat, it's roundabout. You want to stay away from that, it's hot. Like I said, normally they don't try to get up into my food this badly. It seems like they're really attracted to the smell of this home chef food. Well, I guess my cats are a fan of Home Chef. More of a fan than I am, apparently. These mushrooms and the shallot are now coarsely chopped and frying in the pan that I am about to put the chicken into. I do not know what person likes to eat mushrooms and onions that have only been cooked for a few minutes, but that person is not me. Even if the onions are chopped up very finely, I do not think they will be cooked enough. And while I like raw onion and raw mushroom in salads, I like them both to be fully cooked in my food. Now I am going to go into the bathroom and cut open this chicken. I would like to say that I would never buy chicken packed in blood, hopefully it's blood and not dye, at the store. I would only buy chicken that was packed in like a dry package, like a package where it's in air, because I think that meat packed in blood in this is just like really disgusting. First of all, a lot of companies use a mixture of water and dye, so you don't know if this is really blood or if it's water and dye. And second of all, it makes it really hard to like brown the meat, because even if you squeeze all the moisture out of it, the meat is still too moist and it doesn't like brown properly. So I'm going to open these over the sink and then put them into that pot. The chicken is in the pan. And by the way, I already told you about my antique knife. This is an antique cast iron Dutch oven that my boyfriend got from his grandparents in Tennessee, but it used to belong to his great-grandparents and possibly his great-great-grandparents. Basically, it's been his family for years. Isn't it awesome? He has two of them. From his two different grandparents, actually. Alright, since I'm not adding the wine and mustard and stuff to the chicken, I'm going to do a Asian style chicken with a little bit of fish sauce, a little bit of cilantro, a little bit of black pepper, and some hot sauce. See, this is why I had to buy that special fire alarm for my kitchen. Because whenever I cook food, all the fire alarms start going off. Where'd the lid go? It like fell off and disappeared. I think it went under the stove or something. Did you see that? It like broke off while I was opening it on camera. Just a little bit of hot sauce, not too much. This actually isn't very spicy. And some black pepper. I have to find that later, else Sarah will get into it. I'm also going to use a tiny little bit of this Sicilian sea salt with lemon peel. That was good. I found another thing that I'm not going to use because I have absolutely no idea what's in it. We call it chicken base. It just says chicken on the packet and it has no ingredients. I'm going to put a little bit of canned chicken broth that I already have open in my fridge into this chicken before I put it into the oven so it doesn't burn while it's in the oven. And since I'm doing the Asian theme, I'm also going to add a little bit of soy sauce. It is now ready to go into the oven. Look at that, doesn't that look delicious? And now the chicken is in the oven, and the green beans are finally cooking. It took a really long time to break all of the ends off of them. I saved a few of the most crispy green beans because since this isn't going to be enough food for all of us, I'm going to make us a salad to go with it. And our salad will now contain fresh green beans. I also like my method of making mashed potatoes better. See, I boiled whole potatoes, and when the water was almost evaporated, I started to mash them up. They told you to peel the potatoes and chop them into these tiny little cubes, and then boil them. And if you do that, you will have very mushy, wet mashed potatoes, and you will also not have all of the vitamins in the skin. If you do it this way, you don't actually have to eat the skin because the pieces are large enough to pick out, but all of the vitamins from the skin have dissolved into the water. And that's another example of why their recipes are bland. If you boil the potatoes with the skins on them, they'll be much tastier because they'll have not only the vitamins but the flavor from the skin. And if you chop the potatoes up into tiny pieces and boil them in water, they'll get really watery and mushy, so the mashed potatoes will taste blander. And if you only season your food with salt and pepper and maybe a little bit of wine, it'll also be very bland. These recipes are seriously lacking spices and seasonings that give the food flavor. Both of these things are now turned off. When the chicken is done baking, I will turn the green beans on and heat them up. And at that point, they will be perfectly cooked. And I will add some butter and cream and salt and pepper and stuff to the mashed potatoes, and they will be perfectly cooked. We have added some butter. I'm just hurting my wrists, and my boyfriend here is stirring it up for me. And I'm about to add some of this white cream. The ingredients are milk, cream, sodium sterol, lactolate, sodium phosphate, sodium citrate, and magnesium oxide.
Damn, that's a lot of preservatives.
Yeah, especially for a company that claims to send you natural food. Now you know why I'm hesitant to eat their mixtures with no ingredients or use their cheap cooking wine in my food. Tell me if it needs more.
That's creamy mashed potatoes.
It needs a little bit of salt too.
We'll put a little chunks of cheddar in it.
The green beans are ready to eat. I'm turning them off. And here is the chicken with the mushrooms and shallots.
No, chunks of cheddar.
Yeah, put chunks of cheddar if you want to. And now I get to show you one of my other really cool antique knives. This is a vanadium knife.
Let me see it.
Here you can use this plate too. It was only covering my salad so the cats wouldn't jump up here and get hair in it. There's my beautiful salad with lettuce, tomatoes, pickles. They're little tiny pickles.
Why does Wildberries
celery.
always have cheddar that's like starting to go bad?
I don't know. And some of the green beans that came with the home chef meal. Oh, that looks good. Now I'm going to put a little bit of salt in there. I've put a little bit of butter in the green beans. And I'm also going to put a little bit of salt and pepper into the green beans. And some pepper in the mashed potatoes too. But just a little bit. Wow, that looks really good. Alright, I'm going to cut up the chicken and put the food onto plates. Here's our food. Sorry for the somewhat sloppy plates, but Eugene came out of his room and started screaming that he was hungry when he saw that I was plating food. It isn't the exact same meal that Home Chef intended me to make because I didn't use all of their questionable ingredients, but this will be very good, probably better than their meal would have been if I had cooked it the way they said to.
Here, try some chicken meat.
Before we watch a movie, I have to try all of this food on camera for my video.
Put that down. Alright.
The mashed potatoes are very good. I really like the cheddar cheese. Eugene, why don't you try some?
If you don't try it, you're not going to get any chocolate pudding. Come here, eat your meat.
Yeah, if you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding.
Yeah. No pudding. We got that yummy chocolate pudding. I was starting to walk away and almost left it at the counter. And Eugene was like, Daddy, Daddy, my pudding, no! And then I was like, oh, how could I? And he was like, yeah, we got my pudding. Yeah, yeah.
All right, Eugene. Don't you want to eat some meat?
No.
Yeah, if you don't eat this, Mommy's going to gobble that pudding down.
Now I'm going to try the chicken. By the way, the green beans were very good. Eugene, don't you want to try some chicken?
I'm not just going to hold it out forever.
Mmm.
Alright, thank you. Here, eat this. Open your mouth.
Mmm, he likes it. It's delicious, yummy chicken. Mmm. That's very good.
Turn the movie on.
After I try the sauteed shallots and mushrooms that cooked in with the chicken. Mmm. That's good. And even though this isn't part of the meal they sent me, I'm still going to try my delicious salad on camera. Eugene, would you like to try some delicious salad?
Here. He does want to. Oh. Oh. Look at this.
We're all sitting in here eating because we're going to watch a movie. We only have a TV in Eugene's room right now. Actually, there's two in here right now.
Mashed potatoes
All
with
right.
chunks of cheddar.
Eugene is not going to want to eat his food until we start playing this movie. He's very upset. I think a piece of it fell out of his mouth.
Mama.
Well, Eugene is eating it now. Sort of.
Chew. might not be good for his teeth to do it so extreme.
Yeah, don't do that. Alright,
You want to have a normal bite.
give him another bite.
Normal bites, okay? Normal bites.
Oh yeah, that.
Not big crazy bites. Normal bites. Here, eat this. Open.
That's yummy salad.
That's lovely, Mama.
Well, at least he's finally eating. Eugene said he had to go poo-poo, and he is now on the toilet. So I guess that's why he didn't want to eat his food. Marley is now in here. I am going to direct Marley to my leftover chicken so he doesn't eat Eugene's food. Eat that, Marley. Eugene just came in here, looked at Marley, then ran back out of the room. You don't like the chicken from Home Chef, Marley? Here, eat it. I think Eugene just scared him away. Marley gives the chicken from Home Chef a good review. You back in here, did you go poo-poo?
Mama.
Well, at least Eugene is eating it now. I guess we're going to resume watching our movie now.
This is episode 1 of Adrienne Floreen watches a movie. Here, Eugene.
This is good. I'm not sure how it would have been if I used all their questionable ingredients, but probably not as good. Tell me what you think in the comment section of this video. And please like this video, share this video, watch my other videos, and subscribe to my channel.
Oh, cats are begging for
I
the
know,
door.
and I'm going to give him this piece that fell off my plate. I was already getting ready to do that, so
My favorite
Bye.
part's the pickles.
Bye.